Hello and welcome back, everybody. I am Pisces Intuition. I'm doing another pick a card reading, and this one is all about exes. Is my ex coming back? Now we have 4 different piles. The first pile with the pink rose, the second pile being the purple, and then the third one the yellow, and then the fourth pile with the blush. So I will give you guys a moment and pick your pile. You can pause the video and see which one you are kind of feeling, you're kind of vibing with. Okay. Alright, pile number 1. If you chose the pink rose, this is your reading. Okay, now what I've done this time is I've chosen 3 oracle cards and then I've chosen 3 tarot cards. So the first oracle is Crossroads. The second is actually a message, and it says, I got spooked. Now the third one is Insecure. Now for the tarot, we have the King of Swords. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And then we have the Two of Swords. Okay, so pile 1, what this is telling me is your ex is kind of at a crossroads right now. Perhaps the connection kind of spooked him, and so that's why they kind of had to split. They are feeling kind of insecure, so maybe the connection was either a little too strong for them and they didn't know what to do, or they were just thinking, you know, it's not going the way I want it to. So, you know, is he or she really into me? You know, are they vibing with me? And maybe you're making them feel a little insecure. With the crossroads and then the Two of Swords, that's kind of reiterating the word crossroads. The Two of Swords is all about, you know, you're at a crossroads, you need to make a decision. Do you go left? Do you go right? You know, are you going to choose this relationship? Or are you just going to kind of cut your losses and, you know, just think, I can't do this? You know, are you feeling a little too insecure that they don't want to try to make it work? I'm also seeing that this person needs to work on their communication. So maybe that's why they were feeling insecure too. They didn't know how to communicate their insecurities to you, and they just kind of got spooked and they took off. So now as far as will the ex return, I'm going to pull one more card. Okay, and it is the card of Retreat. So it says it's time to disconnect from the world. So what I'm kind of seeing is, you know, if your ex, if this person is going to come back, then maybe you two need to kind of get away. You need to work on the communication, you know, talk about the insecurities within the relationship, and then make your decision from there. Now, if this person decides he or she just got a little too spooked, then they are definitely gone, kind of just ghosted. But honestly, I'm kind of just getting that, you know, this person does want to work on it. They do want to talk about they do want to communicate with you about their insecurities, why they got spooked, and why they just kind of took off. But I don't see them doing it anytime soon. So pile number 1, I hope that helped. Okay. Now pile number 2, If you chose the purple rose, this is your pile. Alright, for the first one, I'm getting shadow work. Funny enough, I think that's the one we got in the other pick a card. Okay, for the message, we are getting my heart is telling me just do it. And for the third, we are getting misguided. Now for the tarot, we are getting the Eight of Swords. And then we are getting the Fool. And then we have the Page of Cups, message of love. Okay. Okay, so pile number 2. What I'm getting for you is this person has a lot of things going on in their mind. They're pretty stressed out. You see in the Eight of Swords, she's wearing her blindfold, she's tied up, you know, all the swords are around her. That's just kind of like, you know, this person is kind of being held captive within their own mind, within their own imagination, perhaps their own insecurities. This person definitely needed some time to do some shadow work, to kind of work on, you know, what's going on within themselves. And I think this person needed to take some time to figure out, you know, what's going on. That way they can fully be there for you. Now, I'm seeing that this person wants to take that, you know, leap. They do want to start this connection. They want to, you know, reach out to you if they haven't already by sending you some kind of message. You know, perhaps a text, a phone call, you know, some flowers, a card, something along those lines. They do want to reach out to you. They do want to tell you, you know, this is what I'm really feeling. But at the same time, it's like they're kind of being misguided as far as, you know, being in their head too much. Their head may be telling them one thing, like, you know, just kind of stressing them out, when in reality their heart is telling them another thing. So pile 2, I do see this person reaching out to you. I do see this person, you know, wanting a second go around, or at least just to talk to you, maybe try to work things out. If nothing else, you know, just tell you what's going on with them. And like I said, I do see them wanting to take that leap of faith. You know, their heart is telling them just do it, but at the same time, their head is kind of talking them down. So this person just kind of needs to do that shadow work, get out of their head, take that leap, you know, send that message of love. And I think this person is going to be back. I see this person reaching out. So pile number 2, that was your reading. Okay, pile 3. If you chose the yellow flower, then this is your reading. Alright, pile 3. The first message we are getting is patience. Ah yes, patience, the one we all love. And for Pisces, believe me, we are tested so much in patience. Now your message is, I need more time to figure things out. And for your third message, embarrassment. Now for the tarot, I'm getting the Nine of Wands. I'm getting the Hierophant. And then I am getting the Three of Pentacles. Okay, pile number 3. With this connection, I'm seeing this person is kind of feeling embarrassed about something. This person has definitely, like, kind of, they've got their walls up. You know, perhaps they haven't had the best luck in relationships. You know, they've been hurt before in the past. But they do want to, you know, okay, the Nine of Wands, it's always, a battle is going on, and even though you can take a rest, you've still got your wand, you're still ready for battle. You know, it's the wounded warrior. And that's why I see this person as not having the best luck in relationships. You know, this person could possibly be embarrassed, by their past, or, perhaps they're feeling insecure, and, so it brought out, some kind of embarrassment in them. I do see that you need to have some patience for this situation, and this person just like the card says, I need more time to figure things out. So I think this person, because of their past, because of them being the wounded warrior, they just kind of need to take a step back. They're not ready to quit, but at the same time, they just need to figure some things out for the relationship and just for themselves in general. So they're asking you to be patient for the situation. I do see with the Hierophant them wanting a connection with you. They do want something more solid. They do want that commitment. The Three of Pentacles, they can see themselves working with you. As far as, having that relationship, they can see themselves with you for the long haul. The Hierophant, he's very traditional. He's one of the marriage cards, steady, strong relationship. So, pile 3, I definitely see this person coming back. The situation is just calling for some patience. Okay. And last but not least, we have the little flimsy blush flower. Okay. Now, the message I'm getting for that one is pride and ego. And the message for this one is, please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me. And then we have the card of manipulation. Okay, then for the tarot, we have the, we have the Four of Cups. We have the World. And then we have the Lovers. Okay, so pile number 3, what I'm seeing for you is this person, having too much pride and too much about their ego, perhaps not wanting to get hurt, perhaps not letting you fully into their inner workings, how this person thinks, how this person really feels. Letting anybody too close, that pride and ego, perhaps they kind of manipulated the situation a little bit. I think it's just them, like the card says, it's not you, it's me. And with pride and ego here and manipulation, I think that's what that person is trying to tell you. Just, they don't let anybody too close, because they are scared of getting hurt, so they kind of manipulate the situation, so that way you either leave or, they leave you first, that way no feelings are hurt, and they don't need to let their guards down. With the Four of Cups, it's like an offer was made, perhaps you made the offer to them, and it was unrequited, and you see him pouring out the cup, because he's like, no, not feeling it. But then we have the Lovers here, and then we have the World. The World is about, like a chapter closing, but then the start of a brand new one. And then we have the Lovers here, and the Lovers, that's a very strong, union, a very powerful union, very loving, kind of written in the stars. It could also mean a choice, so, perhaps this person needs to make a choice, about this relationship. Do they want to give it a second chance, or are they going to let their pride and ego get in the way? This one honestly could go either way, and since this is for the collective, I do see it going both ways. Some of them are going to let their pride and ego get in the way. This is what they know how to do, just kind of manipulate a situation, and then they kind of ghost you. Now, for the other set of people, even though they do manipulate a situation, they do have that pride and ego going, they are feeling sorry. They are feeling some kind of remorse because they have the Four of Cups. this offer was unrequited at the time, but you know, they're thinking about it now. You know, they want to give this a second chance. They know the connection was strong. They know that, you know, you're not just like everybody else. They know you're not a dime a dozen. They know what they had with you is different. And so they do want to give it a second chance. So pile 4, like I said, this one I see going both ways. So hopefully this helps. And will your ex come back? Well, good luck to you all, and I wish you the best. Love and light to all.